This is another sign from the universe that you need to do the thing you've been saying you wanted to do, the thing that haunts you. Hello all and welcome to my channel. My name is Sid and I just wanted to welcome you all here today because I've decided the style of videos that I've been putting out so far have been kind of like a video journal of sorts. I've given a few updates over past few years of my life starting in 2020, and I've realized that these are the types of videos that I feel most comfortable making. I feel like I'm on this journey and I have a hard time filling you guys in with the day-to-day details of that, and I find these styles of videos where I just kind of catch you guys up like you're my long distance bestie and I just haven't spoken to you in a minute. You probably think I fell off the face of the earth, but really I've just been going through life, you know, day by day. So it's March 16th today, and it's been, I want to say, over a month now since I last updated you guys on my life. And so I kind of want to try, now that some things have changed in my life, I want to show up more for this dream of mine. So I'm here getting some fresh air. The weather's okay. It's a bit windy, but I'm here to just, you know, have a little update session with y'all, a little chit chat, a little FaceTime moment, if you will. So in this video, in these types of videos, you can expect that I'll, I'll just be chilling, sitting down, catching you guys up. I may do some B-roll or something, but I just wanted to update you guys and just build on what I've already started here, what I have felt most comfortable to share. Continue on with that. So what have I been up to lately since the last update? Since the last update, I've been now currently 2 weeks without contract work and trying to figure out what my next move is, and working on my shop, which I will be including in the description below so you guys can sign up for my newsletter. And I've just been trying to redefine my days and figure out what the best move is forward. So I've been job hunting, working on my shop, and just trying to build community on TikTok. So I've been sharing my art live streams over there. So I'll also leave them in the description below in case you guys are interested in following me over there. But essentially, I've just been feeling really compelled to show up here, and I have all these little clips and everything from like my journey so far over the past 2 weeks, and even before that, just working on the products for my shop. It's just so all over the place. I figure like just doing this and then like throwing in little clips would be like the best way to go. So in this video, you can expect that I'll just kind of give you guys a synopsis of the past few weeks since we last upload, because my last upload wasn't really like a life update. It was more of like a word, you know, like I felt compelled to just like talk about the concept and like date of being where I was as far as being afraid to be online and whatever. But let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. So how have I been feeling emotionally, I guess, since the last check-in? I believe my last check-in was sometime in December. I was in Ghana. I was exploring the beautiful culture and vibes over there. I've been feeling, I've mentioned it in that video, that I was like feeling super compelled to be there, and it was just like the will of the universe to allow me to have that experience. And I've just been so grateful and overwhelmed with all the emotions of that. And while I was there, I had moments where I was like, I don't know, I kind of had a feeling I would be in this predicament now. So I had moments of worry where I felt like I couldn't be present because I was concerned about my situation, like how it would end up, as things were certain about the contract at this time. But as you can expect, you know, when I did finally get the news, I think I was just a bit in shock. I think part of me was like wishful thinking, but also still worried that it might happen. And then when it did happen, I was just like, oh damn, like what am I gonna do now? And it brought me back to 2020, which was all too familiar with just like, you know, March rolling around and like thinking that I'm gonna be okay and then I'm not okay, and like I don't know, I was just in shock. Like anyone would be, you know, as far as like finding out that you're no longer going to have income. So I don't know, but part of me also was like, girl, this is another sign from the universe that you need to do the thing you've been saying you wanted to do, the thing that haunts you. I don't know. I think I just need to keep harping at myself about that, like showing up and actually doing this thing that I've been wanting to do, because every time something goes sideways, and I know that things don't always have to work out, but every time something goes sideways, I like kick myself for not starting. And I wonder like, oh, where would I be if I actually followed through and did what I've been thinking about doing? But I get so caught up in the day-to-day and whatever, and that's all just excuses really, because if I really wanted to do this, then I would be here doing it. And I have to give myself credit for what I have already done. But yeah, I was in shock, and I think I've been trying to tell myself that because that thing didn't work out, it's just making room for new thing, whatever that thing may be, and maybe it's making space for my dream to do this content thing and just be an artist and do all those things that I've been saying. So even before my last day of work, I started to work on my website and work on the products. I'll share, you know, some screenshots. I've been working on this clay palette, well, a set of clay palettes. They're not sold together, but I entered them into a contest last year, and I got like a place on them, so I was feeling really good and confident about the design and everything. So I kind of just messed with them a little bit, sharpened them up a bit, made some adjustments to like the well size, like the depth. I'll show 2 images of like before and after, and basically I've just been working on those. I feel that they'd be really great, as well as some coasters. So basically that's been my state of being. While I do enjoy the work that I was doing, I was still not showing up for this. I think I was giving a lot into that and not showing up enough for this type of work. So, wait. Wow. I just realized I had not been recording, but I think I got like another 15 seconds. Okay, so with all things that have, like all the new developments, you know, basically the one big thing that has changed is like the lack of employment. But that lack of employment has made me wonder about what I should be doing next. And it's kind of a positive, you know, because then I get to recreate my life pretty much. I get to start, I am starting from like zero. So that's pretty cool. I know that I have experience and everything with stuff. So it's really kind of cool, because now I can decide, like, okay, do I want to pivot? And part of me does feel like I should, because it's very competitive out there. Like layoffs and everything like that have been crazy. Like I don't know, I'll probably try to put up some numbers, but like in the tech and like media, which is where I'm like in that cross section, I feel like layoffs have been crazy, and it's really competitive out there. Like something will get posted and almost immediately there's like over 100 applicants, and I'm like, ugh. And then I'm like in the pool of like 60 to 70% of the people with bachelors, and I'm like, it's almost like, I don't know, it doesn't really set you apart. Like having that bachelor's, like what we were told, like the bachelor's sets you apart. Like no, like there's so many people with them, you know, and we're all going for the same types of jobs. So I've just been trying to cast a wider net in that regard and try not to be too picky, because really the ultimate goal is content regarding my art, so that my art business can grow and that dream can be like a reality. So that's where I feel like there's a bit of excitement in this current state where I'm at. Like as much as I want to lay down and cry and like, why me, like especially at this age, for those of you that know, I'm 28, and so I always like had a different vision for where my life would be at this point, and it's totally not. I mean, there's some things like I do feel really blessed and everything still, like even though this fairy tale version that I had, or vision that I had as a kid, like is not that at all, I still feel so lucky for where I am, and like experiences that I've had so far in life. Like, I really wouldn't change anything that has happened. Like, it's all been lessons and growth and, like, I don't know, good times and bad times. Like, it's totally been an experience, and I really feel like grateful, you know? But my day-to-day is like, you know, even though I'm saying like I have all these like positive outlooks, or I'm trying to be positive anyway about the circumstance, there have still been moments where I'm just kind of distraught in a way, in like not like a chaotic type of way, but just like kind of, I have moments where I'm just like, and then I realize that I've just been standing there or sitting there, and I just have to catch myself of like, okay, just do what you can, you know? Do what you can, because I cannot will a job into my life overnight. And there's a lot of like little things, little like house management, home economics things that I've been avoiding, little housekeeping items, you know, planting my vegetable garden, like little things that I've just been like, oh, I just don't have time for that right now. I'd rather just like work and whatever. And now that I don't have that, I do feel I have more space for like the life balance, because I would just avoid it. Like, I would put all my energy into work, and then, oh, whatever else was like second. So it has been cool. And I do feel like I'm making the right changes in my lifestyle, because I just felt like I became very sedentary, and now I'm like making an effort to do some form of exercise, even for like 20 minutes, like trying to move my body. I think this just ended. Okay, so the camera cut off, but I'll just move on to my goals and plans moving forward. So by the end of this month, right now it is March 16th, I have a few exciting opportunities coming up, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to share those with you guys very, very soon. More on the shop is soon to come as far as the update. So by the end of the month, I would like to have at least my palettes and my coasters ready on the shop for you guys to check out. I've also been making these resin paintings with the leftover resin after I've made my molds, or have done like the actual casting of the resin. So I'm thinking about putting those up. So far I only have 2 of them, but I wonder if you guys would be interested in those 2, because I can already see, like, unless I get the amount of resin mixture down to a science where I'm not like having too much extra, I may end up with way too many of these paintings. And I think it would be cool to like kind of like dive into doing those, and maybe doing like an underpainting, because right now, and I'll show pictures, right now it's just like a blank canvas. So I think it would be cool to mess around with that and basically share those with you guys as well. Share that on my shop. So that should be really fun. And you know, there's still a work in progress. I have one palette kind of done, but I have to figure out how to cast it better, because the way I casted it, it kind of left, I don't know, it leaves some to be desired. So I need to work on that, see if I can like sand them down or whatever, see how I can make them better. But so far, so good. But basically, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been, you know, watching these videos. If any of you have been keeping up with me, I know that I haven't been consistent, but I am so grateful for this space, for this platform, this soapbox, whatever it is. I've been so grateful to be here and to have this space to share my story, and I'm really excited to see like where else I will go and what other things I will accomplish, because it just feels really exciting to be able to create something. And this is just another one of those avenues for me, is to be able to create some kind of a log and diary or whatever of my journey, because I have some really big goals, and I just want to be able to look back on these one day. Like, even if no one watches it, I know that future me would love to look back at this and just see where I was, see my environment, see how I am and just kind of feel proud to have, you know, kept going, because I've been down, I've been out, and I've been up, you know, and I don't know. I just feel grateful to have this space to grow and change and evolve and all that stuff. So I really do appreciate all of you for checking in with me today. I want to know what sort of things you guys have been up to, and how has life been for you guys? How are you handling the crazy, turbulent environment that is our current society? And like, how are you staying positive, you know? How are you staying healthy? And I don't know, like, if you guys have any tips for me, if any of you have been in this situation, which I know that there must be somebody, you know, I think it would be really cool to share tips and stuff on how to like get through this period, because it is scary, and I'm trying to be brave and everything, but it is scary. And not knowing where your income is going to come from is kind of a weird, scary feeling, because it's hard not to think about, like, you know, absolutely like worse circumstances and all that. So yeah, that's all.